So I'm still alive for now. It has been such a struggle. Like, I don't know if you can see it in my face that I'm just not like cheerful as I was in week 6 video. I think after I filmed that video, I started getting really sick and things got really bad. But at the time, I probably didn't know how bad it was gonna get. And now that I'm in week 10, I can tell you guys about a whole journey from week 6 to week 10. So for me, week 10 is when my morning sickness started to ease up. It's not gone, but it's definitely easier than before. Week 7 and 8 was definitely the worst. There are times I just felt like maybe I should just get an abortion because I couldn't take it anymore. And this is like different for everybody. Some people don't have morning sickness and the first trimester is a smooth ride. Other people are throwing up, like throwing their guts out. I'm not throwing my guts out, but I was also very sad, very depressed, and felt like I was alone because I just talked to my boyfriend and then he was also like gone for a week. And when he was gone, it was probably like one of the hardest weeks during the pregnancy of the first trimester. So a lot of things obviously wasn't like how it went, you know, how I thought in my head it was gonna go, that I could just, you know, get rid of the smell in the house, you know, eat the things I'm supposed to eat, and then I would just feel better. I didn't feel better, I felt worse. It's just how morning sickness is. I went from eating a few things that I could stomach to absolutely not able to stomach any food, anything at all. I hated every single thing. And like when you hate every single food, it like takes a toll on your body, on your mind, because you feel like, what else should I do with myself? So I had a lot of negative thoughts in my head. I felt depressed. There were times I would just lay on the ground. I made a little room inside my studio, which is this room right here, because this room is away from the kitchen, it's away from everything. There's no bathroom in here. So, well, the bathroom is in a separate room. So this room would be the room that I would stay in, and I would just lay a brand new blanket, brand new pillow on the floor and just sleep in here. And there were so many nights that I would be so sick that there's nothing I could do. I just literally like put on YouTube and turn on some like spa relaxing music just so that I could go to sleep and just wake up. Hopefully I am not sick, but that never happens. Every single morning I wake up sick to almost bedtime. It gets worse in the afternoon, gets worse at night. And this morning I felt pretty normal, but then now I feel sick again. So it's not over, but at least it's better than week 7 and 8. I was never like the type of person that threw up all the time and couldn't even hold down any food. I could hold down a little bit of food, but it was not good in my stomach because I was constipated. I had like bad stomach diarrhea pain, but then I was constipated, so then I couldn't get it out of me. So I was just a big ball of mess for several weeks, and 4 to 5 weeks is a very long time to be feeling nauseous and sick. You know, I give props to all the women who can go through this and they are sicker than me. I give props to women who can do this more than once and have multiple babies, because I think this is it for me. There's only one baby in here, and this is the only baby I'm having in this body. If in the future I want to have a baby, we'll probably think of like having a surrogate, because it was an awful experience. And it's just like I had so many negative thoughts in my head, and I could talk to people, but they're not in your shoes. They're not going through currently what you're going through. So there's only so much you can say to somebody, and the rest you're just gonna have to deal with it yourself. Lucky for me, my mom took care of me when my boyfriend was out of town, and so I was able to go to work. And oh my god, I had to go to work in my worst 2 weeks of morning sickness, but I did it. I pulled through. It wasn't easy, but in a way it felt like it took my mind off, because staying at home, all I could do is like lay down in a bed. All I could do is just like think about how sad and how sick and how depressed I am. But like going to work, I was able to like do things and just get my mind off of stuff. And I hated everything. I hated the kitchen, I hated the fridge, I hated going into the break room. I just hated like anything that have to do with food, cooked, not cooked, or even just images of the kitchen and the fridge and images of like the bathroom would make me sick, because it's such a mental thing. Like your HCG levels in your body, it messes your mind so much that you have no desire to eat. You have no desire to look at pictures of food. You have no desire to think about food or even other things like bedroom things, you know? So anyways, I just had no desire for anything. I had no desire to live. I had no desire for life, even though I'm carrying a life inside of me. So this past few days I had an ultrasound. It was the first time I seen the baby inside of me, and my eyelash is a little messed up, just ignore it. It was the first time that I was able to see a baby inside of me, and it felt like it gave me some hope that, you know, to keep on going, to push through. I think that I have felt so disconnected with the baby and disconnected with my pregnant self that I really didn't care the baby is there or not there. There are times that I wish maybe if I just have a miscarriage and it would all be over. Like I had really bad thoughts in my head while going through the pregnancy. It's not easy. For anyone who has gone through it, you know what I'm talking about. If you have not gone through it, you will, believe me. Yeah, so the way I look right now, like my face and how I look, is basically how I feel. Like, in fact, this is the first time I put on makeup. I don't even want to put on makeup. I don't even want to do anything. I just want to, like, not be coherent, I guess. I just wanted to not know what's going on, like just be like, what was going on? I don't know, you know? Like I want to be one of those people. I want to be one of those people just like lost and just like forget that they're even like pregnant, but I can't. I am very aware of what's going on with me. That's just too bad. The having a baby is a beautiful thing, I guess it is. I can't really tell you how beautiful it is because I'm a first-time parent, first-time mom, first-time everything, first time doing a delivery thing, and that scares me as well. So I can't really tell you the joy of this side. I can only tell you my fears, and I have a lot of them, but I will discuss that when I get closer to, you know, doing the delivery thing. I don't want to talk about that right now, but just doing this morning sickness thing, I cannot believe I lasted like almost 5 weeks. So hopefully next week, week 11 will be better, and then also week 12. I'm really praying and hoping because I just can't really take too much of this anymore, and I have to get my life back together. I have to film videos, I have to work, I have to be out in the public again, see friends, and I don't want to always feel sick. I have to hang out with my boyfriend again. I feel like we don't even hang out that much because I'm always sick. Like yesterday we're at the theaters and he wanted to eat like food and I told him no, and he kind of got mad a little bit, and I was just like, well, you know, I can't really smell the food. But then again, when we went to the movie theater, it wasn't just him eating. It was like a whole bunch of people eating next to me. We was watching a movie yesterday, so that's why I'm not really like around people that much. Only like maybe like my boyfriend or my mom, because they like understand what I'm going through and they don't have to eat in front of me. But like friends and other people, they're not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna eat because you don't like the smell. So I've been just kind of like staying to myself, because I know it's like annoying to be around people and then you can't eat this, you can't do that, and you get bothered by people's like perfume or cologne and all that stuff. And I understand, because I would be annoyed too, you know, if somebody was around me and saying they don't like the way I smell. So anyways, I'm really hoping that stage passes me by soon. I really don't have much to say. I can't, like, I wanted to make this video and be positive and be happy, but currently I'm just so sick and nauseous right now. Even right now, like, I feel weak. I feel like my chest, like, I also had like low blood pressure. So like if I walk too much, not even too much, just like a few steps, I may get low blood pressure. I may get low blood pressure just sitting here or anything. So that's part of being pregnant. There's just a whole bunch of things going on with me. I really want to be the cheerful person I used to be, the happy person I used to be around people and just living life, and just every single day I love leaving the house and doing stuff. And now I just feel like I don't even want to leave the house because 1, it's too hot outside, or 2, because it smells outside, or 3, I can't find anything else that I could do without being miserable. That's pretty much it. And then I think the one tip that I would give to myself before I got pregnant is to find a room that has nothing in it. Like clear a whole room where there's nothing, no kitchen, no food, no smell, no perfume, no face product, and just stay in that room. Make sure that room is clean of everything. Because when you start getting sick and you start feeling morning sickness, you will need that like little private room to yourself, because there'll be like, for example, like my boyfriend would want to heat stuff in the house, and I would just be like sick to my stomach. Can't even stay in the living room anymore. I actually hate my house. Like this is the first time I could say that I hate where I live, because like all the smells and stuff. And I'm sure like it smells normal to most people, but you know, obviously when you're pregnant, like even open up the fridge, it smells like a death bomb inside, you know? Anyways, so that's it for today's video. I'm sorry it's not really like a happy one. I hope to share more happy moments like in the coming weeks when I'm not so sick anymore. So maybe the next time when I update you guys would be like 12 or 13 weeks where I feel the glow of pregnancy and the joy of pregnancy and all the greatness of things that people talk about when they're pregnant, which I don't experience. Maybe I'll update you guys next time, but this time it definitely sucks big time. So that's all I have to say, and yeah, so I'll talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.